Hey, boys and girls, ladies, gentlemen, I hope everyone is having an amazing, blessed day. Today, we're going to do a fairly fast paced video going over some of the higher end Bibles only by cover. And the reason I say that is I have some other Bibles that by the text and paper I think's better. And if you'd like to know about those, leave me a comment. And while you're at it, if there's a particular Bible that you want to see a little bit more in-depth review of, drop me a comment, hit like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And ask any question of what you'd like to see on these, and I'll do my best to show that to you and stuff. So this is in no particular order. None of these are, necessarily better than the other or anything like that, but they're just basically, as far as I know, all of my leather bound Bibles. So to start it off is this beauty right here, the ESV. It's a thin line. Hope that's coming out all right for you. Crossway. This just feels so nice. It is soft and supple and just fantastic. Let me get to the opening page here so I can tell you which model it is. This is the Truth for Life one that they had. I don't know if that's still available or not. One thing that's nice about these, they have like births and deaths and marriages and stuff like that. So it's more of an heirloom style to me. Something that I know it seems silly, but that little thing there at the front just to me means it's more of an heirloom, more of a passed down kind of Bible. Something that is intended to be staying around that somebody can reference, many years down the road. Like I said, ESV. We can kick this way if that makes it a little easier for everyone to see. Here, the ESV Bible, large print, thin line reference edition. I think this is a 10.5 text. And like I said, I'm not going to go into too much depth, but here is Genesis. Dual column references at the bottom in the corner. I like a nice clean text. This does a wonderful job. The text is a bit small for my likings, but let's go ahead and get into, did I skip the poetry? No. Poetry, again, dual column. When you start getting to a larger text and things with dual column, it does have some short lines. Some people find that an issue, other people don't care. It is something that, is there to consider, I guess. Proverbs, again, Isaiah, Jeremiah, but it does have a lot of text per page. They do a really good job with this. So let's flip to the New Testament. This is not Jesus's letters in red. This is just a all black text, which again, personal preference for what people do and don't like. References in the bottom corner. Is that your jam? I don't know. Excuse me. But anyways, that is the ESV large print, thin line, genuine leather. The leather is super soft. This is fantastic to hold on to. I guess I folded a page. I do not like doing that at all. Straighten that out right away. That's why I should not rush. But it holds in the hand really well. Might as well just refocus it on there so you can see it while I hold it. So nice, decent rest there. Let's set this to the side and let's go ahead and just pick up this boy here. This is the LSB Legacy Standard Bible, genuine leather. I got this, I think, from Christian Book misprint, so it was at a pretty good discount right around Thanksgiving, right before Thanksgiving area. This has phenomenal pages. It feels good in the hand. I mean, the text on it is great, which you'll see. Let's go ahead and kick it sideways here so you guys can kind of see what we're talking about. Legacy Standard Bible Giant Print Reference. Good forward information. If you don't know, LSB is off of the NASB 95. Let's go ahead and flip back a little bit into Genesis. That's still numbers. References and stuff down at the bottom. Dual column. Really nice thing about this is, one, I love the different color chapters. Stands out. A nice good bold print on the verse numbers. Makes it easy to find things. I love the different color lines as well, or not, just different colors stand out for different items and stuff. The dividing lines are a nice faint red, which I don't know if the camera is picking that up or not. Let me just go ahead and pick it up and bring it to and see if we can get it to focus on it. Can you see that? Let me know if that's noticeable for you or not. But let's go ahead and flip over and show the poetry real quick. Job. Please excuse me. Psalms. Again, has some of that old style. That's one thing with the LSB is they brought in the Yahweh, and you know, you can see where they wanted to hold on to some of the older heritage of things, which is fantastic. I like having an NASB around for referencing things and stuff. I like having multiple translations. But like I said, this is just a quick flip through. If you want to see more detail on this and stuff, let me know what you'd like to see and everything, and I'd be more than happy to do that. Get into the New Testament. Again, dual column, but it keeps everything spaced and, oh, you can't see anything. If I keep focused, so sorry about that. Let me flip back and let you see the poetry section real quick. How that is. Please forgive me. I am still not all that camera savvy. When I put it on autofocus, it searches too much and gets distracting as can be. It'll pulse. Not that you need to worry about that. But good, clean texts. Most of these chapters, I'm pretty sure they don't start in the middle on the opposite side. I haven't read through this completely to tell you 100%, but I'm pretty sure it will leave a half page just for space you could jot notes in or whatever you'd want. But yeah, fantastic Bible. Really enjoy it. I like the reference. The pages were not stuck together like some others. But yeah, that's the LSB Legacy Standard Bible giant print. And I think this is like a 12 or a 13 print. I don't know if I wrote it in there or not. I did not. But I'm pretty sure that's a 12 or a 13. So next, just taking off the top of the stack here. This is a CSB. One thing I wish CSB did was that they would do the backs of these different. And what I mean is you grab another one, at a glance, they're the same Bible. You can't really tell the difference. You know, these have a little texture difference. They're both genuine leather. But this is their personal size. And man, that thickness is not horrible. I have another personal size down here from a different one. I'll just do a quick side by side with that because we'll get to that. Maybe we'll just do that one next. But you can see the thickness is, you know, a little bit different there. Get it pop into focus for you. But this is thinner on the thickness, but still keeps, you know, about the same footprint. The CSB is slightly larger. We're talking less than a ½ inch in each direction. It's probably closer to only a ¼ inch out the front. So that one's next. Let's look at this one here. All of these so far have been either, I think, vinyl lined. I don't know if the ESV is a leather lined paste down or whatever, but it's not paper, and I prefer that Doesn't have deaths, but it does have a presentation page. Deaths, marriages, all that good stuff. Let's flip this a little bit. See if you guys can... See if I can focus quicker here for you guys. This is the CSB personal size giant print. 12-point text. Sometimes I write it in on these so I can see later quicker. The text on this is really nice. This is my nightstand Bible. So this is what I, have in my nightstand. So if I feel like reading before going to bed, if I wake up in the morning, I like this translation for that. It's simple, it's clean, it's understandable for me, and it's a good enough size that it's not too big and cumbersome, but yet the text is big enough for me to easily read. Again, not starting chapters midway through the page is always a plus. No cool multicolors in this one, but like I said, I have other Bibles that are much more cost effective that I think have better stuff. If you want to see that, the better text blocks and things at a discounted price, let me know. I'd be happy to go into that if that's something you'd like to see. But just quickly flipping through these, this is one area that, you're compromising. I kind of wish that they would just, on the poetry section, switch it to a single column. I think that'd be just awesome. I know it would increase the size possibly some, or would it? I mean, I don't know. I think the poetry, if that switched over to single column, would be just fine. Because some of these, you're, 3 words, 4 words, 2 words. It is nice and clean, easy to see. Let's go ahead and flip on over to the New Testament. This is Jesus' Word in red. I don't have a problem with any red. In fact, I prefer it in red. I'm one of those guys, which, this is really good. I think CSB seems to do some of the better red that I've seen, but again, I haven't had a problem. Footnotes and cross references and stuff at the bottom, which again, it's not up here in the middle. It's not a column in the middle or a column, in the center or out on the outside edge, which I prefer that. But really nice. I like this Bible a lot. Sorry, I got a little catch in my throat tonight. But dual column, personal sized, leather, feels fantastic. This is a really, really nice Bible. I really like this Bible. When I bought it, it was on sale for, I think, $55 or something like that. I thought about contacting Lifeway to see if they'd give me a discount code. So if you are from Holman, Lifeway, and you want to, give me a code to give out to people and work together, I'd greatly appreciate it. That'd be cool with me. NLT, to me, for my experience and stuff in NLT, is a great translation to have around. Super easy to see and read, understand. NLT was the first translation that I got the entire cover to cover that I read, listened to, and had a huge impact on my life. So it's nice. Like I said, I listened to the NLT. I listen to the CSB now as well. But this is the filament enabled one. I've opened the app 5-10 times, and that's about it. It's not something that I get into, but I love having that there without taking up a lot of the extra Bible. This is it's a 12-point, it's a giant print, personal size, but I don't see where they say it on this. Is it back on this page here? Yeah, it's back on this page, sorry. Giant print, NLT, personal size. It is a dual column. This one doesn't flop open quite as easy here. The leather is a little thicker, but it feels really good. I like this. It's really nice. And I just actually cleaned all the leather on these and treated all of them. And if you want to see a video on that, I will try to link that in the bottom. But if not, a quick search or just go to my videos and you will see where I have those. But dual column references down on the bottom corner. I know that's some people's jam. It's not others. I don't get into the references a ton until I'm doing some more serious studying, which isn't all that often. I read. I don't do as much studying maybe as I should. The ribbons on all of these, or not all of them, on most of these are my own. They're things that I put in, as well as the head and tail bands and stuff. So don't expect that to come. Don't expect them to come that way when you buy these particular versions and stuff. That's something that I do. Again, with a large print dual column, phrasing gets short, or verses, however you want to word it, gets short. It doesn't bother me that much. I would rather have a larger print and not a huge size. Personal size, as I showed a little bit earlier, you can see just kind of varies all over the board. This is a Jesus in Red. Again, I don't have an issue with it. I prefer it and stuff. And I do take notes, as you can see in here as well. If you want to know more about those, check out my Perfect Dad Bible video as well. But fantastic Bible. If you want to see more on it, I know there's at least one video on this, but if there's anything specific you want to see, let me know. This one here is the world's stinkiest Bible. And it is, oh man, a month old now. It is sat open for many weeks. And it just, the ink or something that they used has a very pungent petroleum smell. However, it has off-gassed some. It has reduced quite a bit, but it is still, it's still there, even without opening it. And I just treated this leather, cleaned it and treated it and everything. But this was at a discount. I think this Bible was, oh man, it was less than $40. I know that. So, and there's so much about this Bible I really like. I will be doing another video on this if you want. But it is the sorry, CSB Giant Print Reference Bible. This is in a 13 point, and this size, oh man, let me do some rearranging here. I want to show you about this size. This is where they do some magic of some kind. So this ESV thin line is a well-known Bible, a really good size, thin line, kind of more standardized than personal size. This is not a personal size. It is not a thin line. However, if you're looking at the footprint here, it is the same footprint as that ESV thin line. But the thickness, let me see if I can hold everything and get my focus to pop onto this for us. But the thickness is not that much thicker. I mean, I could grab some calipers and stuff, but I would say you're at best a 1/4 inch thicker. So do it that way, and then maybe flip it up this way here. Will you focus? There you go. So ESV is back here. The CSB Giant Print Reference Bible there. Again, if you want to see more video on that, let me know, and I will hook that up. Get these out of the way back here. A lot of Bibles. I may have a problem. Do you feel that I have a problem? Again, the banding and stuff on this is stuff that I have done. It does not come with that. That's my headband, tailband, ribbons, all that good stuff. Leather on this feels really good, really nice, fairly flexible. It is a paste down, but it is not paper. It's like a vinyl. It looks like it may have some reinforcing. But this here is, like I said, the giant print reference Bible, 13 point, and just, it hits a nice cross. Again, it's a dual column, but instead of all the cross-reference and footnotes being stacked over here, it's more like the LSB was, where it's across the bottom. You know, there's not a lot of space around the edge for notes and things like that, which I prefer. You know, I prefer this. This is great. The cross-references at the end of the verses just are nice. They don't clutter everything up. It makes it to where if I want to sit down and read, I can. So I really, really like this layout. The text is super dark, super clean, super clear, crisp. You know, it's line matched, so there's not a ton of, you know, the lines behind it that you can see through. It is not a super thin paper. It isn't the thickest that I have, but it's really good. And hopefully it's just my copy that's that pungent. If you had one and have one and it stunk that bad, leave a comment. Let me know. I would like to hear your experience. It's, you know, I didn't want to send it back for that alone, because after letting it sit out for a couple of weeks, I did notice it start to off gas some. So I know it will get there. It's just going to take some time. Getting into the poetry section here, Job, Psalms. Again, dual column. You know, if they'd switch that to single column through here, I think that would make this just the perfect. That would make this the perfect Bible. It's fantastic. Maybe not. I don't know. But just quick flip through here. Get into the New Testament. It is a Jesus' words in red. You heard me say it. I prefer it. I do love this right here about the CSB Bibles, is where, except for the dyslexic version, I have that for one of my daughters, and it doesn't do this, which I wish it did, but she explained that probably wouldn't help. But it bolds out the Old Testament quotes. And I know that other versions use quotation marks and all that good stuff, but if you have a black version, it's Jesus' words in black. Quotes for Old Testament, it gets me confused a little. Am I overthinking that? Probably. But I really like how it has this bolded out. It's just such a great text. I like this Bible. It is fantastic. Yeah. But anyways, we have one more to show you. And this one here is an interesting one. Hope the table doesn't collapse on that corner. Holy moly. This is another CSB Bible. This one here was another one that was on sale, which, you know, maybe I do have a problem. This is a genuine leather, vinyl lined, whatever. I haven't used this one much at all. I've just kind of flipped through it and read a few verses. But this is the, get to where we can see here, the single column personal sized. This text I think is supposed to be a 10-point text or 10.5 or something. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. It's a little small for me. But it is a nice, clear, good, clean text. it is, man, why do I keep putting that ESV on the bottom? I'm such a goober. Let's see if we can move these over here. Be out of the way. Wow. But looking at the 10.5 text on the ESV, see if we can stack these real quick. Yeah, you can see. It's a little clearer, a little bolder. Let's go into not a poetic section. Oh, I don't want to rush and wrinkle pages again. That's what I'm going to end up doing. But the text isn't much smaller. It is maybe slightly less as sharp or as dark as the ESV one. Spacing, I don't know. It's just this one stands out just slightly better is all. Just so you know. But I did pick it up for like $50. So there's that. Single column is so nice just to sit down and read if you're just sitting down and reading, which that's kind of how I do the Bible is, I just sit down and read. I'm not always looking for the references and footnotes and stuff like that and cross references. You start getting into the poetic, and oddly enough, some lines are still pretty short. There's a lot of space in some of these here, which I know they do it line by line or verse by verse. This is line matched as well, so you can see there is some where you can see the page on the back or the text on the other page and everything, but it's not horrible by any means. I have seen worse. I have better. Um, it's fair. Get into the New Testament so you can see real quick here. This is going to turn into a much longer video than I thought it would be. I was just going to whip through this. So if you made it this far, you are a champion and you are amazing and awesome. Roll back here a little bit. This does not have the letters of Jesus in red. It is all black text, but it does have the bolding of the Old Testament. So that's where I really think that, CSB is nice. I know a couple other Bible versions have that. I'm pretty sure the LSB has it. I think it's small but all capital for old text in the LSB. And just, I like it when things, stand out. It's easy to see. So even when Jesus is talking, you can see in the middle of his quotes that he's quoting the Old Testament. Or when anyone else quotes the Old Testament, it's nice to see that reference, and if you wanted to dive in. So fantastic. There is a couple issues with this Bible that concern me. I was cleaning my glasses, and I have glasses cleaner, and I don't know if you can see this spot here, but let's see how close we can focus and see if we can get that to show up. Maybe in the sheen. Can you see that? It like removed the texture, the grain. So I don't know if this leather was imprinted and the glass cleaner just permeated it and caused it to flatten out, or if this isn't leather and it is something else. So that's something that I'm a little concerned with. I did treat this with leather treatment and stuff, and everything, reacted as I would anticipate a genuine leather to react. But just a question out there. But that's my leather-bound, more premium-ish Bibles. Like I said, I don't think they're the most premium text, or I don't think all of them are the most premium text, paper, and layout that I have. I have some others that were much cheaper and fantastic, and I'm glad I had those. If you'd like to see videos on that, like I said, leave me a comment. It's been 30 minutes. It's past your bedtime. Probably not. I appreciate it. If you're, have a wonderful evening, morning, day, afternoon, whatever it is. Thank you. God bless, and have a fantastic one.